let me make sure the settings are correct in Zoom.
Oh, nope, it's still saying it should start soon. Wait, oh, there we go. We're live.
Are we there?
We're there. See, there
hey, everybody. Yay, I'm so glad we're on with you guys tonight. Hello, welcome everybody back to Sunday Night Live, our official day back, right? Or night back.
Yes.
I think I'm the only one who ever changes location. So I'm going to welcome everybody from Fletcher, North Carolina. And Jennifer and Melissa are welcoming everybody from Houston,
Ish.
like ish. Hey, Buford, good to see you guys on here tonight. We've got some hot topics tonight that we originally were going to cover probably before the holidays, but we're so glad to talk about them tonight because I know that you guys, if you're watching on the recording, you're going to want to stick around because we're going to talk about having some holiday peace and magic in your life, even if you're not watching this during the holidays. In fact, I have a friend who craves holiday joy year round. So, but we're going to be talking about stitching up pain. We're going to be talking about crack for your face. And a whole lot more, a lot of skincare stuff tonight that we're going to talk about. So, so if you know somebody in your life that is concerned about skin issues or wants to have better skin in 2019, please click the share button because we are on a mission to impact more lives in 2019 and help people really rock their health in 2019 too, right?
Yes.
Yes. So for those of you who may be joining us for the first time on our Sunday Night Live, just put in the comments new. And this is our Sunday Night Live. These are casual, oily conversations that just kind of have you in mind because these are your most requested topics. So, and we've been working our way from A to Z through all of the doTERRA products, covering the topics that you want to know most about. So, we've kind of covered, we're going to cover some of those topics tonight. And we're going to start with the holiday oils. Did you know there's like several of them? We're going to talk about what we can do with them besides smelling like holidays. I mean, that is one thing that we can do, right? We can pick what kind of holiday aroma that we most like. But how can we decide like which holiday oil blend to use and what's the difference between them? So, I don't know, Jennifer, you want to share a little bit about those?
Sure. All right. So I love the holiday oils. And there's basically 3 different ones. And so I think one question that I've been asked quite a bit is, okay, what's the difference between the 3? Like, which one do I use for what? And so let me kind of give you just a quick overview of those 3 holiday oils. We've got Holiday Joy. We've got Holiday Peace. And we've got Harvest Spice, which none of us can find right now. We're not quite sure where it is, but just trust us. It existed and it was available in the...
It came with the Brevi.
That's what it was. It was the oil that came with the Brevi diffuser in the holiday catalog.
Yeah, mine's gone MIA. I don't know where it is.
Okay, so there we go.
I think it matches what I'm wearing though. Look, red and green.
Look at you. It's like you plan to be all holiday Christmassy even though we're on Easter. I like
People
that.
do have their favorites of these though, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, holiday peace.
Holiday peace. Melissa and I are both holiday peace people.
I bought 5 bottles this year, so I would have enough to have all year long because I ran out last year.
I love it.
One of the guys that we travel with, one of their families, the husband is like, give me all the holiday joy. Like his routine is he wants to wake up in the morning, get a cup of coffee and put holiday joy in the diffuser.
Okay, see, he could have all of my holiday joy because it's like, don't get me wrong, I like it, but holiday joy's one I only want to use like right around Christmas. But holiday peace, I'm with Melissa like all day, every day. Give it to me all the time, right? Okay, so let's talk about the differences in these. Okay, so Holiday Joy was the original holiday blend. Okay, so what
they have the same first oil in them.
They do. They do. They do. What is it?
They both start with Siberian fir. So
Yep.
they start with the same oil, but then it kind of diverts really
Yep,
quickly
it
there.
does. It absolutely does. So with Holiday Joy, you've got the Siberian and the Douglas fir. And then you've also got wild orange, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. So it's like, it smells like Christmas. That's exactly what
If
it
you
smells.
have not smelled Holiday Joy, it smells like On Guard decorated for Christmas.
Yes, it does. It absolutely
That's
does.
good. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And so Holiday Joy, what's great about it is that it's super supportive to our immune system because it's got the wild orange, it's got the cinnamon, it's got the nutmeg, and it's got the clove in it, right? But it's also really great in antioxidants too. And so anytime that you're needing additional immune support, it's a great one to use, right? And plus it smells good. It smells like Christmas. And if you are somebody, I know somebody like that that wants Holiday Joy all the time, 24/7. That's just not me, because my favorite and Melissa's favorite is Holiday Peace. We love it. Okay. So
I will tell
again,
you, when I just opened this bottle, can I just tell you really quick? When I opened this and smelled this, I heard Christmas music.
there you go. It may be April and it may be Easter, but that's okay. Absolutely okay. Holiday Peace. Okay, so like balance dressed up for the holidays is what I think of with this, right? Because it's kind of just a holiday grounding blend, but it's got, again, the Siberian fir. So all of our firs are super calming. So it's got Siberian, Douglas, and Himalayan fir. It's got grapefruit, frankincense, and vetiver in it. So Holiday Joy, I mean, like the names exactly kind of describe what they're going to do, right? Holiday Joy, it's going to help you be happy. It's going to help you to kind of perk up a little bit. Holiday Peace is for when you feel like you want to pull your hair out, or you just need some extra support in that way. And so what's really cool about it is it's great for your respiratory system too. So, I had been struggling with just like a chest thing for the last several weeks, really for probably about 3 or 4 weeks. And so it's really been helping me to get that kind of stuff out. And then anytime you feel like you need to be grounded or at peace, that is a really great one to go to. And it's one that both Amy got it on her iTovi this week. And I had somebody tell me I needed it when I did emotion coding. So there we go.
Yeah.
I put it
So
in
I
my
want to make sure I understand. Oh, go ahead, Melissa.
I put in my car diffuser. That's one of the places I use it here. So that is like traffic doesn't bother me. Kids being in the back seat doesn't bother me. And then they start to down and everybody's just happy on the drive.
I love that. Yeah. So I'm going to put this in my diffuser, the Holiday Joy in my diffuser, when I want to feel like Christmas is in the air and I need to feel like joyful with that.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my Holiday Peace in the diffuser when I need to kind of chill, or maybe even chill with family relations, like peace in the family kind of things too. But like you were saying, the Holiday Joy I'm going to use if I need it in a pinch, like an On Guard. My other boy was using this week because he needed some more immune support, and we were using the Holiday Joy. The oils that are in it are some of them are very similar to On Guard. It doesn't smell like On Guard, but
yeah. So what in the emotions book on Holiday Joy and Holiday Peace, Holiday Joy is the oil of the blend of centered celebration. So it's how people come together, experience warmth and comfort in positive relationships. It creates the feelings of joy, celebration, and excitement. And so the other thing that's really neat about it is that it also can comfort people who are either without family or have estranged relationships due to distance or inability to heal. So if you are in the holiday season and right now we're in Easter, right? Maybe you're having a hard time because you feel like you've lost somebody. Pull out, it's going to sound crazy, but pull out the Holiday Joy and use that for a bit, diffuse it, or just, have a little bit in your hand and smell that. Whereas Holiday Peace, it's for contemplation. So it talks about, and here's what I love about this is for me, here's how this played out this week. So it says it captures the natural wintertime state of dormancy, which allows vital time for energy conservation and introspection. It reminds that there are seasons and cycles for all living things. The peaceful aroma of this blend invites individuals to surrender to the stillness of the season and allows time to search out the deeper meaning behind their experiences. And so, you know, my daughter got married 2 weeks ago. And for the last, you know, year and a half, we've been planning a wedding. And it was going 90-0. And I was involved in this push group and it was super crazy. And so now I am in this new season where first I needed some time just to be able to take care of myself. But what Holiday Peace is helping me to do so well right now is just go, hey, you know what? Respect the fact that you need a little bit of time. You need this season of stillness to really figure out what spring and summer and fall look like for you. Right. And so that is what I think is so, so cool about it.
Yes. Yes. I love that. And then the harvest spice, I'm thinking now in comparison with these is almost more like what you think of at Thanksgiving.
Yep. I agree. I mean, it's very similar. So in a lot of ways, it's similar to Holiday Joy. It's got a lot of the same kind of oils with it, but it doesn't have the Siberian fir. So what's in this one is cedar wood. And then you have cassia, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, right? And so you've got the soothing, the calming of the cedar wood, but still with all of those other oils that are really supportive to your immune system. So if you're, you know, maybe you want something a little bit different, maybe you're not a huge fan of the firs, and then this would be a really good alternative.
And this is the gathering blend. So this is the one you want to diffuse. You can diffuse this during family gatherings, not just at Thanksgiving. This helps soothe interactions. If there is any strife or distance, it helps to bring people together and calm some of those feelings. It helps people feel protected in the situation. So we are more open to one another.
Yes. Yes. I love that. And you know what I just remembered?
What?
Buford and Pam, good to see you guys on here.
Hey,
we were going to have a gift for those of you who are joining at the beginning. Melissa has this amazing hack for one of your amazing doTERRA's facial products. And so we're going to share that hack with you for those of you who are joined in with us. It's with the hydrating cream because we're talking about all the H's today. So what's your hack? What's your secret with this?
So if you heard Amy reference the face crack, that's what I'm talking about right now. This is amazing, amazing. So you've got your regular hydrating cream, but then you add, so I'm going to put this in the comments later, but 10 drops each. So Rose, I know it's a roller bottle, just pop it up and you can either tilt it gently to get it to drip out, or you can use a pipette if you're more comfortable with that. So you're going to do 10 drops of your rose, 10 drops of your neroli, 10 drops of blue tansy. So that was the original recipe, but then they came out with what? So now you can add 10 drops of yarrow palm to this, and this is amazing. You will look like you're glowing. This is like anti-wrinkle. This is just everything so healthy in your skin, in your face. I put it all over my face. I put it here, and it's just fantastic stuff.
Yes. And you know what I noticed the key with this is definitely consistency. I mean, the hydrating cream alone is amazing because it does have lavender, jasmine, geranium, and frankincense. But then adding those kickers of the flower oils and the yarrow palm, it just like takes it to a whole nother level, doesn't it? Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited to try this because I wasn't putting all of that in mine. I was only putting the yarrow palm in mine. So I'm super excited to go dump all these other ones into it now and see what that does.
Yeah. And those who are scared about using like hydrating cream, if you have a history of like, you know, oilier skin or something, I've always had oily skin, and I just like bravely tried this because this is for nighttime. And I have had no trouble. It's actually like balanced out my skin better than I feel like, mostly because I've cleansed myself from the inside out. You know how your skin changes from the inside out, but I haven't had any issues with like breakouts or extra oily skin after using this at all.
Well, and what I love about it too, and this is just with me doing the yarrow palm in it, but when I wake up the next morning, my skin feels so soft, it's ridiculous. And that's after I've been sleeping all night long, right? And so it's just, that's why I'm so excited to try the other oils in it to see what that does.
And I do want to say too, in case you've never tried the hydrating cream, this jar, when I put the oils in it, this lasts me 3 months. This is not like you're buying it all the time and I want you to add all these to it on top of that, and I have to do it every month. No, this is like at 3 months.
Yes, and I'm glad you pointed that out, Melissa, because this is a part of the essential skincare line, and you can get this by itself, the hydrating cream, or you can add it into the essential skincare set, and you can actually get it with some freebies, just like you do when you get your LLV, your lifelong vitality supplements in your LRP. You can actually add on some other skincare of the line at a discounted price when you get it as a bundle. And I've heard several people who have come from using very high-end lines of skincare and are saying that they love this better and are happier knowing that there's not all the toxins in this. You guys, those of you who are expert label readers and like my extra purists, right? Those of our customers who are extra purists, you can actually look up all these ingredients on Environmental Working Group's Skin Deep website, and they are like zeros, ones, maybe an occasional two. These are very, very low to no toxins in them. And if you can, and our extra purists prefer probably Virage skincare line, but we have lots of options. So, hey, Tara, hey, Bethany, good to see you guys on here. So, okay, so let's move on to talking about, someone was asking, like, what is the best way to apply an oil when you're wanting to cover like a large area of the body, like your back, you know, or probably what your husband's doing, some, Melissa, so you go covering his back or covering the legs, or those kind of like a larger area of the body. I mean, I know we've got our carrier oil, like fractionated coconut oil, but what else can we do?
Body lotion.
So, Melissa, you want to share about the hand and body? Oh, are you putting in that on the?
I was putting the recipe in the comments. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. The hand and body lotion from doTERRA. This stuff's amazing too.
So good.
I feel like this is so versatile. I feel like this is just like another carrier oil.
It really is. But especially for somebody that has like issues with dry skin and things like that, because Amy, read off the ingredients that are in it. There's shea butter in it. There's kukui in it. I can't remember.
It's literally, so it's unscented, you guys, unscented. And yes, it's water. Let's see, water, glycerin, sunflower seed oil. Yes, coconut oil, macadamia seed oil, olive fruit oil, seed butter. I think that's the one you were thinking of, right? Yes, and the kukui seed oil, Inca seed oil, jojoba oil, and argan leaf extract, jojoba leaf extract. All of those oils that we know are really great for the skin are in this lotion. Because when you talk to estheticians, they talk about jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, almond oil, the kukui, all those different ones that are really great for the skin. So
this is so fantastic to use just by itself because it's so hitting to the skin. But because it's unscented, you can add whatever you want to your oil or to your lotion and use it that way for coverage or for a particular scent. And then I tell you, I like to buy the 3-pack because it's almost like getting a free bottle of the lotion.
That's right, because you can buy it just by itself or in a 3-pack.
Yes, I get the 3-pack, so I keep 2 plain so I can use it for whatever I want. And I take one, and one thing that I put on my skin every day is this mixed with yarrow pom, because it's so good for your skin. So I took my pipette, my little plastic squirter, and I filled it with yarrow pom, and I opened the top of that.
Like this?
Yep, you can squirt it right in the hole. So
Ooh.
25 drops inside, put the lid back on, shook it up. Now I have yarrow pom lotion.
And it's probably blue when it comes out too, huh?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Game changer. I've never tried to squirt it inside the bottle like that. I'm always taking it and putting it in the mason jar like Amy does.
And where'd you get your little pipette?
I got some from Aroma Tools. If you got the Harmony kit, the Mother's Day Harmony kit, they had some in there.
Yeah. And just squirt it in there. So you could really just do whatever you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite oil that you want as like your hand lotion. I love that. Well, yeah, my other hack that I use with it too is that I squirt 2 full tubes. So I buy in the 3-pack as well. And I squirt 2 full tubes in one of these little lotion pumps that I just got from Bed Bath & Beyond. And then I add in our oils to it, and we make an after sun lotion that my boys are easily able to. In the summertime, we've had a little bit too much sun. We can just pump it in there and rub it all over where we need to. And it also makes a great pump in the wintertime too, because the oils that are in it are really good for the skin. So so we love using it like this too, but it's so versatile. I mean, you could just, is this the kind of thing too you could keep with you, like in your car or something, like in a glove box, that if you need a carrier oil in a pinch. In fact, I'm giving myself an idea right now because I keep looking for coconut oil in the car and we don't have it. I'm like, why don't I have this in the car? So that's awesome. Yes, I love this. And then it makes it where you can cover larger areas of the body too at the same time, because it does get harder when you're trying to cover like all of the back or something with just your oil or just the coconut oil. This does a much better job of being able to like massage and get into those larger areas, don't you think?
Oh yeah, and it's so convenient and so easy. I mean, like there's all the recipes that you can do where you can actually like make your own lotion and everything. But this was one of the first things I bought after I got my oils. I bought this because I wanted to have another option besides just the coconut oil. And I love the fractionated coconut oil, don't get me wrong, but it's just so nice to have this, be able to put it on right after you get out of the shower or, you know, like whenever you need it. And now having it in the tube like that, like literally just stick a sticker on the tube and you're good to go. Like that's so cool.
You're welcome, Jennifer.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, if you're watching live or on the replay, put in the comments below, what do you think is going to be your way that you are going to use the unscented lotion the best way for you? Because we've listed some really cool hacks with this. So so put in the comments, we're curious, or if you have a new way that you use this, we want to hear it too. Okay, so we've talked about kind of overhauling the face, but we also hear sometimes a lot from people who are like, my skin needs help. You know, we've talked about the hydrating skin cream, how that can do a lot of help. What are some options for overhauling our face? Like what can keep us looking 25? Well, this is a great start. Actually, cleansing within is a great start, but this is awesome to help overhauling the face and the skin. The hand and body lotion is great for the skin, but also HD Clear. Have you guys seen this blend before? It's kind of hard to see because it comes in a roller bottle with little white. So it looks very different from most of the rollers that you get from doTERRA. But this is designed to be for the skin, but I'm going to tell you guys how you can use it for your skin, but maybe a way that you also haven't thought about using it. So I'm going to tell you what's in it. It's black cumin seed oil, hoe wood, which is also in balance. It has tea tree or melaleuca, Litsea, which is very cleansing, eucalyptus, and then geranium, which is also very good for the skin. So these oils combined make it very good for addressing blemishes on the face. If any of you have ever used tea tree, I have, for little breakouts and things on the face. So this is a blend that has Melaleuca Plus, designed for acne prone skin. And it comes, it's a pretty strong, I feel like it's kind of a pretty cleansing aroma to it, with the Litsea in it and the eucalyptus and the Melaleuca. This is also a part of the skincare line, the HD Clear line, that also has a face wash and a moisturizer just for kind of acne prone skin, so maybe for teens, or even if you're not a teen and you have acne prone skin. If you do still have acne prone skin and you are a teen or not, put in the comments below or message us privately and we can help you from the inside out with that as well. But we mostly in our family don't use this as much for blemishes. I don't know about you guys and your family, but we do still use this because, interestingly enough, Jennifer has so always introduced this to the fact to us, but it has some emotional benefits as well. And so I want to show you guys from the Emotions and Essential Oils book. This blend is about accepting imperfections. And I have a son that he is the youngest of the 3 boys. Even though I have twins, you still have a younger of the twin. And he feels like he's always in this, I've got to prove myself. I've got to make up for the fact that I'm the youngest or the smallest or the littlest. And listen to the negative emotions that this addresses: self-judgment, suppressing, blaming, angry. And the positive benefits to that is helps you with feeling worthy and accepting yourself, who you are, having a healthy expression. And if any of you have boys, you know that sometimes their expression of when they're having certain emotions is not always the healthiest way of expressing, right? I'm talking to 2 other boy moms here, so I know you know. But this is really good because it's helping with those with suppressed anger, guilt, self-judgment, which is what he encounters a lot. He feels like he's always he's judging himself based on his other brothers and how much faster or stronger or things like that. And obviously you may not be dealing with that particular scenario just like we are, but maybe you yourself or someone in your family, someone you know, is dealing with some of these buried feelings that it says these feelings can literally boil to the surface. Those things that just kind of then they erupt. They've been building and building and then they erupt, right? This is actually an oil that can help with those. You can inhale it from the bottle like this, or you can even put it on. It says apply even anywhere that your body needs additional love and approval. So I tell my little one, put it where you want to put it. And so he gets to decide where he wants to put it. And this has been really helpful to him. So I hope that's a benefit to somebody watching tonight.
That's
and
so good.
Hey, we got some other viewers on. Hey, Kim. Hey, Vivian. Good to see you on here. So, okay. So what about trauma or we get this more and more, I would say, in hearing from people who have either experienced great trauma in their lives or are overcoming trauma and the stress that's associated with that. So are there any tools that we can use to help with some of those things? I realize I'm talking a lot tonight here, guys. So if you have anything else to add, let me know. I just feel like am I the only one talking here?
Hey, I've got Hope Touch up. So you guys talk helichrysum first, and then I'll talk about the Hope Touch.
Okay. So yes, so 2 oils that we're going to talk about kind of associated with some of these things is helichrysum and the Hope Touch roller. And so helichrysum is really interesting because this oil sometimes has been termed stitches in a bottle, right? I think probably us all as boy moms have had experience with helichrysum in our lives. In fact, I was just using this probably 2 days ago. We are traveling in our truck and pulling our fifth wheel. And I have one boy. So if you can imagine, we travel in a truck. So we're two people in the front, Jim and I, and then our three boys are right behind us. And I have one boy all of a sudden who's on the opposite end of the truck from me, and his nose is bleeding. And I'm like, I cannot get to you. And so I'm telling the other brother, here, take my helichrysum, because I keep it with me. I'm like, take it and rub it on his nose, help him with it, because he's trying to hold his nose. His brother's trying to rub the helichrysum, but such a help in being able to kind of, it's so good at tissue repair that it's great for whenever you have a nosebleed or to help with stopping of bleeding. But anytime you need to kind of bring together tissue, it's great at bringing that tissue together. And now, of course, you want to clean an area first before you bring that tissue together, right? You don't want to seal something without cleaning it first. But this flower is so powerful at that. But it can also even bring healing emotionally. And I know Melissa's going to talk about helichrysum and experience that she's also had with this, but I want to share with you just briefly what it says about helichrysum in also the Emotions and Essential Oil book. But this oil is so powerful for being a healer of pain, emotional pain, especially when there's been some kind of trauma in the past that needs to kind of be healed. And so it talks about taking places from emotional pain and anguish and trauma to healing and being courageous and hopeful, transforming, persevering, determined. And so, so obviously, if you need healing physically, tissue repair, or tissue repair of the heart emotionally, this is a powerful, powerful oil. And this is one of those must-haves in our house. But you can inhale it from the bottle, place your drops in the hand, diffuse this, and it goes really well actually with the Hope roller too. So that's kind of a cool thing. So before you talk about Hope, Jennifer, what did you want to share about helichrysum, Melissa?
Well, you have lots of hashtag Boy Mom experiences with helichrysum. So this is one that I carry with me and always make sure that I have. But the thing I wanted to share was that there is some really exciting new research that they've been doing, experimental studies with helichrysum, and how it is the ability that it has to scavenge our free radicals in our body. So helichrysum can, kind of suck up your free radicals. I don't know exactly how that works.
It's like a free radical vacuum.
Yes.
Well, because it's supportive to the liver.
It is supportive to the liver, and it goes in and it helps take care of free radicals. And if you know anything about free radicals and oxidation in your body, that's where a lot of disease stems from. So if you can have less free radicals, that's a good thing.
Well, and how can it keep our cells normal and not like go abnormal?
Well, that's what the acting of the free radicals on our cells causes them to become abnormal. It causes them to change in ways that we don't want them to and start forming diseases. When we can inhibit that process, then we are able to help potentially prevent some things that we don't want, some diseases that we don't want to have.
That's interesting. I know my mom has used this internally in a capsule at times to help with removing lead from the liver. So it's a powerful cleanser with the liver. And so could we say any more things about this oil? I mean, it's so beneficial.
So good.
So if you're new to your oils and maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with all this information. Like, I don't even know how to use this. Reach out to us. We can help you. And And honestly, the only thing you can really do wrong is just leave this sitting on a shelf and not open it. Like just start opening it and just start using. Yes?
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay, so tell us, what did you have pulled up about hope? Because this goes really well with helocrism.
I love hope so much. Okay, I say that all the time. Melissa actually called me out that's last week for that at the class that we were at, because she's like, no, Jennifer loves all the oils.
Well, you say that before every single oil out on it.
Okay, but this one, if you're gonna love one, this is one to love for a couple of different reasons. So the deal behind hope was they actually released it. Amy, when was that? Was it 2 years or 3 years ago at convention?
Say it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
This is like a roller bottle on a mission.
Yes, it really is. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. As part of doTERRA's quest to make a difference in the world, that's one of the things that drew me so much to doTERRA, was the fact that they wanted to improve things all over the world. And so the Healing Hands Foundation has a partnership with an organization called Operation Underground Railroad. What Operation Underground Railroad does, you can actually go look them up, but they get women and children out of sex trafficking, right? And they save them. And the Hope Blend was created to not only be a hands-on product that we could get into the hands of women that might need it with a way for them to get out, but also as a blend for us to use that we love. And the deal was, they said, oh, we're just going to have it at convention. And the wellness advocates were like, no, 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 this needs to be a thing. And so they came back and said, okay, we're going to sell hope. Literally, we're going to sell hope. And so the cost of hope is $20. The full purchase price of that is donated to doTERRA's Healing Hands Foundation, which then in turn supports Operation Underground Railroad to make sure that they are doing everything they can. Sex trafficking is such a big problem now, and they are so committed to working on this. And it's so cool every year when we go to convention to see that the impact that buying this roller has. So when I say I love it because of its purpose, but I also love it because of how it smells. What it's got in it is bergamot, it's got ylang ylang, it's got frankincense and vanilla bean. It just smells amazing. And it's a really great one. I've worn it as perfume. You can just kind of keep it with you. Anytime you need a little bit of maybe uplifting, it's a really great one to have. And the thing is you automatically feel kind of warm and fuzzy when you use it, because you know what the money that you paid for it is going to do, right?
Yes.
So it really truly is a roller with a purpose. And
then tell how it works, because you mentioned that giving it to the people in the trafficked, that are being trafficked,
yeah,
and get out. How does that work?
So, well, okay, so here's what's happened. Basically, doTERRA's partnership with Operation Underground Railroad is so huge. I don't even know what the amount of money is that we've given to OUR now, but we have given them huge checks for several years now, and in large part due to the people that are buying this. So what happens is they have teams of people. Operation Underground Railroad has teams of people in their former military, their former, top secret people who are big burly guys who have lots of intelligence and know what they're doing. And they go into these areas. They know that there are certain rings in certain areas all around the world. And so they start looking in those areas and trying to figure out how they can get women and children out of there. And so they go in and they do these raids. And what they end up doing then is taking the women and children from there and taking them to like a halfway house kind of situation where they can start to try to come out of the horror that they've lived through and start to acclimate back into regular life, right? And so it's to see every year, it's one of the highlights of convention for me when they come back and they talk about what they've done in the last year and the raids that they've been on. And the CEO of our company has gone with them. Like, this is not just something that doTERRA looks at and goes, oh, hey, you know what? That's a really great sentiment. We should probably try to help do something about that. But like, you hear these stories and it tears you apart. And to see how much that has changed, it's been such a cool thing. But when they did this originally, what they did was they created these rollers, and we all went nuts when they announced this. So they created the rollers, and the ones that we very first created had a sticker in them where if they peeled back that label, it actually gave a 800 number. So when they walked up to a woman, when they walked up to a woman who was standing out on a street corner or something like that, they handed it to her. She knew that she had a way out, but if her pimp or whoever found it, they would just think it was perfume. But it actually gave them the number that they could call to get themselves out of the situation that they were in. And it, like, I still remember, Amy, don't you remember that when they announced that, and we were sitting there listening and we're like all sobbing, just like, you know, to know that how deeply doTERRA cares and the amount of thought that they put into that to make it something that wasn't going to get the girl in trouble, but give them a way out.
Yeah, I love that. So how, I mean, sneaky of a way to be able to get this into their hands, for them to not suspect anything, for this to be able to not only emotionally give them hope, but then they could peel this out, because it says to peel it for instructions or caution. And then it says, if you're a victim of trafficking or to report a tip, please call this number. We care and there is help. Please text help to this number. And so they can actually peel that off and then, you know, get access to a phone or a way to get help. And so I love that there's so many layers of benefits to this when we purchase it and when we use it on our end, and then when it gets into their hands as well. And so I love that. And I love that you can use it with your helichrysum too in healing from. So this is the kind of things that we're talking about, this past trauma, these things that there needs to be healing from, that doesn't happen overnight. So, okay. So I know we've taken up a lot of your time, but we have one more skin related thing to talk about tonight, right? Because we have one more, right? Am I right? Yes.
Oh,
this. I don't have any of this to show because I've used all of mine and I need more.
We love this so much. Okay. The beautiful hydrating body mist. And you guys, it smells so good. It is so, so awesome. Okay. So another one, again, that's so good on so many levels. So hydrating body mist, you can use it when you're in the shower. You can use it right as you're getting out of the shower. The cool thing about this is the pump works whether you're holding it like this or like this or like this or over here or wherever.
I love that.
However you want to do it, wherever you're trying to spray it, you can get it there and it's going to work. Okay. But here's the even better part is that one of the, what year was that beautiful was the theme of convention? Was it 2 years ago?
I think so. Yeah.
So 2 years ago. Went berserk over this. Okay. So the blend, the beautiful blend just smells so amazing. And so we were begging them to bring it back on a permanent basis. And this was the way they could get enough of what we needed to be able to do this. They weren't quite able to get the production where we wanted it to be able to have the roller blend on a consistent basis. But this is just so good. And so it's got the beautiful blend in it. And I was going to go back to, been all over my little emotions book tonight because it's like, Lord, we're just talking about all the good.
Well, it's heavy citrus, so it's so uplifting. I find. I mean, it has some other oils. There's lime is big in it, but there's some other oils. Yes,
osmanthus, bergamot, and frankincense. But it smells kind of like key lime pie.
Yes, yes, that's a good description. Yes,
yeah. So, and this one, and it's so fun that we did this with Hope and with helichrysum too, because talking about trauma. So beautiful is the blend of self-respect, right? And so it was created to uplift mood, it says, and encourage self-confidence and self-respect. And it talks about how it provides clarity for the things that captivate us. So it's like, it encourages you to look inside and see what you place value on and what influences you're allowing in your life. It also says it's a soothing heart tonic for those whose beauty have been used as an instrument against them. If an individual has been taken advantage of, abused, or misused, this blend wraps them in a layer upon layer of love and sanctuary. It reminds them that they are worthy and fully loved, that they're to be seen, and their beauty has never been and never can be diminished by outside forces. And it says, it promises that when sorrows have been grieved, love will return as well. So, y'all, you get out of the shower, you spray this stuff on because it makes your skin soft, and yet you're getting all that benefit.
Yes. Now, one caveat to that I will say is if you spray it in the shower, just carefully get out because
Carefully get out. Don't be flip-flopping out of your shower.
Yes.
That would be a bad idea.
I'll say I like to spray it right in my hands and then rub it on where I want rather than try to mist it everywhere.
Yes, I do too. I do too. Well, I'm so glad you guys joined us again tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. Now, we're going to be back next week talking about I and J, the letter I and J. And we're going to be polling in our private customer group, finding out what are your most requested topics. What do you want to know about Immortelle and Intune and the Invigorating Scrub and IQ Mega and Jasmine Touch and Juniper Berry?
You don't want to miss that because I know already that Amy's going to tell you your hashtag asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend about the Jasmine.
All right. So you guys are going to have to join us next week and stay tuned in the Essential Life Tribe group. We're going to be polling you guys in there about what you want to know most about these. So we'll see you guys back here next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.